Did he ever win a World Cup? No, but he low-key stopped his country's civil war, won 4 Premier League championships, had a song, dance, and a beer named after him. Let's talk about the legend of Didier Drogba and the First Ivorian Civil War. Côte d'Ivoire is the world's largest exporter of cocoa beans, and after independence from France in 1960, founding President Félix Houphouët-Boigny ran it for 33 years and held the country mostly together. A Muslim north and a Christian south, plus a large population from Burkina Faso who'd lived there for generations. So the country was stable and wealthy by regional standards, but he died in 1993 and the peace died with him. December 19, 2002, Northern soldiers launched a rebellion and the country split. While the country was at war, the national team was something else. Drogba, a Christian born in Abidjan and raised in France from the age of 5, and was married to a Muslim woman from Mali. The Touré brothers, Yaya and Kolo, were Muslims from Bouaké, the rebel capital. Iboué, Kalu, and Gervinho, every region, every religion. So fast forward to 2005, final World Cup qualifier, Côte d'Ivoire versus Sudan. But there's a catch. The fate wasn't even in their hands. Cameroon was playing Egypt at the same time, and if Cameroon won, Cameroon was going to the World Cup, not Côte d'Ivoire. Ivorians beat Sudan 3-1, and then they waited for the result of Cameroon versus Egypt. But in extra time, Cameroon was awarded a penalty, but the player missed, so Côte d'Ivoire was going to its first World Cup ever. After the game ends is when we get Drogba's iconic speech. Drogba drops to his knees in the locker room, and every player drops with him. I've literally been memorizing this speech. Ivorien, Ivoirienne, du Nord et du Sud.
Du Nord et du Sud, du Centre à l'Ouest. Vous avez vu, on vous a prouvé aujourd'hui que toute la Côte d'Ivoire peut cohabiter, peut jouer ensemble pour un même objectif. Aujourd'hui, on vous demande, s'il vous plaît, on se met à genoux. Pardonnez, s'il vous plaît, déposez tous les armes. Faites les élections, organisez les élections, et tout ira du mieux. On veut s'amuser. Arrêtez vos fusils là.
It's a lot better when he does it. So by October 2005, most of the active fighting had slowed down. The war was more political than violent at that point. So did Drogba single-handedly stop a war? Not really. But this was definitely a major tipping point and brought what was happening in Côte d'Ivoire to international attention on a huge scale. He and the team did a lot more for their country than most people can ever say. Within a week, both sides agreed to a ceasefire and restarted talks of peace. But the story doesn't end here. Unfortunately, despite what Drogba and his team did, in 2010 and 2011, a civil war flared up again over a disputed election, and over 3,000 people died. But the cultural impact of Drogba was insane in Côte d'Ivoire and worldwide. There's a dance named after him. There's a beer named after him. Time put him in the 100 most influential people list, and of course, there's an Afrobeat song named after him. And today he continues to speak on important issues that relate to African football teams and also racism within European leagues. So shout out to the absolute legend that is Didier Drogba. I'm Fatu, and this is my series, Fast Football with Fatu. The World Cup is rapidly approaching, so please make sure you like and follow for more videos like this because I want to go to a World Cup match. I want to see Côte d'Ivoire versus Ecuador. So thank you so much. Bye.